Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Everest Closers Corner. You're with myself, Dr. Jason Deitch, and Southie, head trainer at Everest Coaching. How you doing, Mike?
Oh, dude, it's been a great day, and this is even more fun.
Today is your day of service, so bravo to you. Thanks for not only making a big difference in your community, but also taking some time to help other chiropractors make a difference in their community. For those of you that don't yet know, but may have heard, Everest is the place to go to learn your day one, day two procedures and how to get people to say yes to your care. One of the things I see that stresses chiropractors out, many of them who I know, is that roller coaster effect. They do something, they get great results, everything's doing fine, and then they stop doing what worked, and then of course they go down and freak out, and then they start, right? And so instead of being on the roller coaster, there's two words I have for you: predictable growth. Tell us what it's all about, Mike.
Yeah, so many times, some of those highs, they're like, we go do a workshop or a talk or something and somewhere with great benefits, and all of a sudden everyone's saying yes, and we're on top of the world, and then now anymore, you're going to run into there, and they're going to be high deductible, which is that's awesome, by the way, but that's a cash patient, right?
Yeah.
And so I would tell docs, if they have any trepidation about closing or getting someone on the table long-term in a cash model, if they have any trepidation with that, they need to come check out what we're doing. Because at the same time, that can even those out. When you know your new patients are going to say yes 90% of the time, all of a sudden now we have some predictable growth, okay? We're not doing the ups and downs so much. So what I would say is that if you're having trouble with cash, number one, but number two, if patients don't see the value in the fact that they have to, quote unquote, stretch to get your care, then you haven't built that value.
Yeah.
And what I would tell you is this: something as silly as AAA tells us on average for someone to own a car, between payments, tires, insurance, all that stuff, on average they're spending 10 grand per car a year, okay? And there's obviously, that's an average. There's less, there's way, way more, right? But all I'm saying is, do you think they have half of that to invest in themselves? 5 grand? I don't know. Do they have?
Someone does.
Someone does, right? How about that someone is you? And how about, one time a coach told me, Mike, you can either have the volume you're talking about or you can have the money you're talking about, but you can't have both. And I was like, I don't know. I don't like when you tell me I can't do something. So I went out there and I did it. So we enjoy great volume and we enjoy great revenue, and it should be a hand-in-hand thing, but it only comes when you build value.
I love you made the statement earlier, and you said it just so sort of matter-of-factly, but I think some people might, I just want to point it out. When you know that 90% of your people coming into your office are going to say yes,
yeah.
I don't know many chiropractors except for those that come to your program who go, I know 90% of my people are going to sign up. That's just astounding. And it actually changes the equation on so many levels. I mean, one of my issues these days with the profession is that we've become addicted to needing new patients in many cases, because it's about the only conversation I hear from most chiropractors is, I need new patients. I need new patients. That whole mindset is crazy. If 90% of the people are saying yes, you don't need so many new patients. That's the first thing. And the second thing that I thought was awesome that you said, Mike, was that there are a lot of chiropractors who are still struggling to figure out how to make the insurance thing work, hoping, praying, and praying some more, that the deductibles are coming down, which they're not going to do. So you're teaching them what? You've got a brand new video that you call, in fact, how to inspire 90% of your new patients to say yes to your care. What are people going to learn in that video program?
So they're going to learn the steps on what we need to learn to have someone at the end of your care plan say yes. And in fact, thank you, and think that it's actually way less money than what they thought it was going to be. And so I guess I would say, if docs are having trouble, again, What 90% does for you is it allows you to relax in the report. If they say no, they say no. But, if I'm a thoracic surgeon and I say, hey, you got this, 98% blocked, and this one's 100% blocked, and this one's 50 over here, do you think someone's going to chisel me and say, hey, I only want you to open it up to, 80%. That way I won't have this radiating chest pain and pain down my arm. No, that's just ridiculous. In fact, the surgeon would get up and be like, dude, come to me when you're ready.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever met anybody, nor do I know anybody who knows anybody that goes, I got the best deal on my cardiologist.
I know. But chiropractors want to play the price game, and it just blows me away. It hurts my heart, actually.
I know.
Because they could have so much more, and they could be having fun and getting reimbursed, being really effective in the office, and then having family time, dude. That's what it's all about.
I love it. And ladies and gentlemen, that they is you. So
That's right.
if you want to learn how to inspire 90% of the new patients that walk into your office, how to say yes to your care, then you want to go get Southie's new video, and you want to talk to some people. You can go online. You can see what's going on. You want to hear what's going on with Everest. People go, closer? What's a closer? We're going to answer that in a different segment, so keep your eye out for it. But predictable growth is a really, really solid concept, solid thing, good for business, good for families, good for people, good for patients. My closing comments.
I just want docs to, when they get to the finances, everyone freaks out about that, but you need to build such a solid case that you just sit back and you're like, dude, this is what it is.
I love it.
I
love it.
And be okay. Yeah, be okay with it.
When 90% say yes, you can be chill and relax and have a really positive. That actually gets you better results when you don't come across as desperate, but you're just matter of fact with truth and consequences. Here it is.
Yep.
That's great stuff. Hey, listen, thank you for watching another edition of the Everest Closers Corner. And of course, this is social. So like it if you like it. Comment if you've got a comment. Please share it with everybody you know. Even if you know all this stuff already, especially if you know all this stuff. I know you're watching, you're like, been there, done that, seen that, do it. Great. Be generous. Start sharing all these things with everybody you know should be listening, watching, and benefiting from the programs. Southie, thanks for joining me for another segment. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Everest Closers Corner.
See ya.